Winooski Tyne Classics presents Spectres, Spooks, and Spirits, a ghostly anthology. The Occupant of the Room. He arrived late at night by the yellow diligence, stiff and cramped, after the toilsome ascent of 3 slow hours. The village, a single mass of shadow, was already asleep. Only in front of the little hotel was there noise and light and bustle, for a moment. The horses, with tired, slouching gait, crossed the road and disappeared into the stable of their own accord, their harness trailing in the dust, and the lumbering diligence stood for the night where they had dragged it, the body of a great yellow-sided beetle with broken legs. In spite of his physical weariness, the schoolmaster, revelling in the first hours of his 10-guinea holiday, felt exhilarated. For the high alpine valley was marvellously still. Stars twinkled over the torn ridges of the Dent du Midi, where spectral snows gleamed against rocks that looked like solid ink, and the keen air smelt of pine forests, dew-soaked pastures, and freshly sawn wood. He took it all in with a kind of bewildered delight for a few minutes, while the other 3 passengers gave directions about their luggage and went to their rooms. Then he turned and walked over the coarse matting into the glare of the hall, only just able to resist stopping to examine the big mountain map that hung upon the wall by the door. And with a sudden disagreeable shock, he came down from the ideal to the actual. For at the inn, the only inn, there was no vacant room. Even the available sofas were occupied. How stupid he had been not to write. Yet it had been impossible, he remembered, for he had come to the decision suddenly that morning in Geneva, enticed by the brilliance of the weather after a week of rain. They talked endlessly, this gold-braided porter and the hard-faced old woman. Her face was hard, he noticed, gesticulating all the time, and pointing all about the village with suggestions that he ill understood, for his French was limited, and their patois was fearful. There he might find a room, or there, but we are, helas, full. More full than we care about. Tomorrow, perhaps, if so-and-so give up their rooms. And then, with much shrugging of shoulders, the hard-faced old woman stared at the gold-braided porter, and the porter stared sleepily.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?